According to Reverend Father Alex Kamanzi, the director of the Kampala Bakonzo community, a community that unites the Bakonzo Catholics in Kampala, various people in Kampala are blessed with abundance, but deliberately refuse to extend a helping hand to the needy, even when they are aware of the incidents in Kasese. He says it is against this backdrop that they decided to extend a helping hand in form of foodstuffs, clothes, and other basic needs.
With our people back at home, we are many people, but of course, not everyone has a heart of giving. There are those who say, Kampala, I'm okay. There are those who say, for me, the accounts of giving to the church, I closed it there. Then I normally tell them, wait the day God will close your own accounts. That's when you know that the words you spoke, you have to swallow them. Okay? So, we try.
Director of Caritas Kasese, Reverend Father Anyasio Mbusa, lauded the Kampala community for their donations, thus appealing to others to also extend a helping hand to the needy.
We want to ask all people of God with good heart, with humanitarian heart, to come and support us as we support our people there. Mukams kati tulina abantu bangi abakyali mukams kubanga they lost their houses, they lost so many items, crops, others died, so they are still staying there in the camps.
He further revealed that whereas there were 18 camps by May this year, there are now just 10, and that the other people have begun to return home as a result of the camps being closed.
In May we had 18 camps. Naye zigenda nga zigendera. By last week we had 10. Yes, so zigenda nga zigendera, and the government is also saying that that people should go back to their homes. Those who lost their homes, they should go to maybe their relatives, what we call host families.
May 2020 will forever remain in the minds of the people of Kasese district. The district was hit by disastrous floods that happened on the 7th of May and peaked on the morning of the 10th of May. Another disaster followed on the 21st of May, the areas of Mponde Bwera, where flash floods and landslides further destroyed bridges and infrastructure, leading to the death of more than 10 people.
Some still play to the compound. That's when I received the news, because I know someone out for lunch. I got information, got a phone call that one of the dormitories had caught fire. I rushed back. On reaching school, I discovered the fire had already been put out. I did a school there, and the fire brigade had also come on the ground.
And actually, as a result, which has lost the right to host the national primary schools sports was supposed to be held here from the 7th to 19th of July, because the organizers are not sure of the security situation. And this one is a loss to the community, and eventually we must have a conversation on why this is happening.
That instead of going to the committee, can we handle it as a committee of the whole house?
Jonathan Odzor, a Roti Southie MP, strongly opposed referring the appropriation bill to the budget committee, citing the president's grave allegations of corruption against its members.
Serious allegation of grave corruption against the budget committee. And the wording of that letter by the president that specifically mentions allegations of corruption, and he's not doing it for the first time. When he came to pay tribute to the late Cecilia, he accused Parliament, in your presence, that the Parliament is corrupt.
Odol argued that these allegations cast a shadow over the committee's integrity and suggested that the bill be considered by the Committee of the Whole House instead.
When we went for State of Nation, he said that. On Budget Day, he said that. And in the letter, the accusation is against all members of the Budget Committee. I would feel extremely uncomfortable that this reference is made to the Budget Committee. I support that the Committee of the Whole House, and we are here seated.
Supporting this view, Hamson Obo, Government Chief Whip, proposed that the bill be deliberated by the entire House rather than the Budget Committee.
The Budget Committee is not yet fully constituted because not all sectoral committees have their leadership in place.
A select committee, Right Honorable Speaker, wouldn't it be procedurally right for you to invoke your powers and this House constitutes itself into a committee of the whole House under Rule 2 of the Rules of Procedure of this Parliament?
Odol backed this proposal, expressing discomfort with having the bill reviewed by a committee tainted by corruption allegations. Ibrahim Semjunganda, the Kira municipality, however, protested the blanket allegations of corruption against all members of the Budget Committee.
With my Minister for Justice, that the whole of the Budget Committee is the actual accused of corruption. I sit on that Budget Committee. I have never asked or even signed the major report.
Speaker Anita Mong also weighed in, emphasizing the presumption of innocence for all members of Parliament, including those on the Budget Committee.
We cannot say that our members are corrupt.
The debate over the Appropriation Bill 2024 and the allegations of corruption highlights the ongoing tension between the executive and Parliament, raising questions about the integrity of the budgetary process and the future of legislative-executive relations in Uganda.
We do not have an Appropriation Act in operation. Whether he has already written or already issued a warrant to issue funds from the consolidated fund until the expiry of 4 months.
I can state with no fear of contradiction that the President has not issued a warrant under Article 154(4) of the Constitution. The President has chosen to take the path of coming back to the House.
As you move the motion, can you guarantee to this House that you are now moving after consulting the executive, and what you are going to speak here represents the position of the executive?
The motion which the Minister of Finance is going to present is a motion that is coming to this House in full view of the knowledge and also the satisfaction of His Excellency.
The International Telecommunication Union has been officially opened by the Vice President Jessica Lupo, who represented President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Addressing the congregation, Jessica Lupo emphasized the need to prioritize technology and communication, noting that ICT is at the center of the socio-economic transformation agenda.
In line with this theme, I urge you to promote a regulatory environment that prioritizes innovation, safety, privacy, and the rights of digital technology users. You should maximize the benefits of ICT while maximizing the negative consequences of regulatory interventions.
According to Chris Wariomonsi, 17% of the country's motives are to embrace and prioritize technology so as it is incorporated in all sectors. He says the GSR provides a platform where all leaders, regulators, industry players and other key ICT players converge to dialogue and set the policy and regulatory agenda that will guide the global digital industry.
The overall theme of this year's GSR is charting the course of transformative technologies for positive impact. And this aligns very well with a global desire to accelerate the achievement of the SDGs through ICTs.
Dorian Bogdan Martin says space is putting regulatory models to the test, as this is an opportunity to look into the toolbox and reimagine the future of space and other emerging technologies. She says 90 countries have so far reached orbit. 2023 marked a historic year in terms of satellite launches.
Dr. Zavazava mentioned misinformation, disinformation, deepfakes. The UN Secretary General has just launched the information integrity principles. I also think that that's kind of at the core and something that all countries, companies should take seriously as we look to how we leverage the kind of information that is shared when we're online.
The three-day summit will end on Thursday 4th, and the leaders attending the summit will discuss how to incorporate technology in all systems in the country. Assistant DPP Samali Wakoli requested the judge to ward Martha Nkwanzi to the charge of destroying valuable evidence.
The matter contrary to Section 188 and 189 of the Penal Code Act, Article 120.
However, Nkwanzi's lawyers objected, urging that their client cannot face new charges for an offense she was not committed to trial for initially.
On the second day of November 2023, at Mbuya Chua 2 Road, Nakawa Division, Kampala, capital city, knowing that diverse things at the scene of crime may be required in evidence in judicial proceeding.
Removed, destroyed, rendered them illegible and incapable of identification with intent thereby to prevent them from being used in evidence. Particularly that you or Tai Charles Ndamanyire George, the second day of November 2023 at Mbuya Chua 2 Road, Nakawa Division, Kampala capital city, Katanga.
They also criticized the lack of specifics in the DPP's disclosure regarding Nkwanzi's alleged involvement in removing or destroying valuable evidence.
On count 2, to include F4 and F5, and for count 3, my lord, to have amended to include F2 and F3, and also to provide clarity in accordance to Section 393.
Justice Mwata has reserved his ruling for tomorrow after hearing arguments from both sides.
By the court to charge the accused person with an offense, which in the opinion of the court is not disclosed by the evidence set out. My lord, this is a criminal session, and in summary, my lord, that case states that no amendment or alteration can be permitted which would be prejudicial to an accused person.
Molly Katanga, widow of the late Henry Katanga, has been brought into the High Court to start the hearing of her case. Molly is charged along with 4 other accused persons for the murder of her late husband, who was shot dead on November 2nd, 2023 at their matrimonial home in Mbuya.
Emmanuel Onyango, one of the residents, expressed dissatisfaction over the notice of eviction from a land on which he has lived for the past 4 years, since River Nyamwamba burst its banks and left them homeless.
Omuntu anageza okujja kutakalya batujjako oyo tufa naye ate siri musanyusu lwa government ogamba nti bagenda tujja kutaka bateekeko abantu abalala nga naffe bennyini abatuuze bennyini abaliwo tuveewo lwansonga bagala teeka ki abantu abalala.
89-year-old Douglas Kule accused one individual identified by one name, Sejemba, for allegedly selling them off allegedly to officials from the office of the Prime Minister. However, these are vowed to stay under all circumstances.
Naiwe mshowa wali aha akamara kombeka baija kuri abantu bagira ngo urugemo mwikirija tori kurwanira mu nzu yawe yanyu nicyo cyabasigaje bari kugira ngo kakuba ne baija tukwata macu
oba bazze ne mundu oba bazze naki naffe tugenda kwata jambi ya mafumu buli kimu kye tunaba tuina tujja kulwanisa ekyo kyonna kye tunaba nakyo.
Abajaje waffe n'abakitafe bali wano kuva daneda naye ekyatukoze bubi nnyo kulaba nti ofisi ya Prime Minister RDC chairman LC5 kugamba nti olunaku naku 10 omwezi gw'omusanvu bajja kutufulimu mu ttaka lyaffe baletemu abantu abalala abatulamanyi ate ettaka lino lyaffe kuva daneda ffe tugamba tuli batitizi tusazeemu tujja kukuba engoma tujja kukwata mafumu tujja kukola ekisoboka.
Faith Mbambu and Remana Mali Ariema, the general chairperson of Muhocha IDP camp, questions the intent behind evicting them to replace them with other people.
I actually fail to understand it. Exactly what is the mission behind? We are people, we are citizens of this village, and now they tell us they are bringing some other people. So for me, my heart is not happy. I will still plead to the government to come for our rescue, much that they are telling us they are the people again who are bringing some other people. I don't think there are some other people who are better than us. We are all Ugandans.
Transit camp Kasese district. Twandibadde nga tuli basanyufu okuwulira nti gavumenti etufunidde ettaka tetugenda okusengako. Naye ate tuyina ennyiike okulaba nti tebagenda otusenza waliyo abantu abalwanira eryo ettaka. Ettaka balirwanira beetegefu okukola kyonna kyonna bwe tunaaba tulisenzeeko. Kati awo ne kituleetera ate ennyiike ne twebuuza lwaki gavumenti eyagala kututwala ku ttaka.
Kasese RDC Lieutenant Joe Walsimbi refuted claims by the residents referring to them as liars, further asserting that shortly they will be relocated to what he said was a promised land.
It is because for us, when what you have a land title. When you say that the wife belongs to you, you have to be with the marriage certificate. And if you say the vehicle belongs to you, you have to be with the logbook. And if you claim to be a landowner, you have to be with a land title. So that's why strongly I say that the land is ours. Those who are complaining should go in court of law, which I strongly doubt whether they will be persisted.
Sejemba, who is accused of selling the land, declined to make a comment when we reached out to him on his known contacts.